Today is set to be the day that the Senate will release a report detailing the CIA's use of enhanced interrogation techniques against suspected al-Qaeda terrorists after the 9/11 attacks. Since we want to hear what our viewers think this morning, should the so-called torture report be released today?
Good morning. I think torture is a good idea. The reason it's been around so long is because it works. And for them to come out and release this report is just kind of ridiculous that they wouldn't protect our soldiers. And if anyone dies from the release of this report, I think it would be a sad state of affairs. And I'm all for torture because they don't care about us and it works.
I am for it to protect the United States.
I absolutely do not think this report should be publicly released. This is something that should be handled behind closed doors. It was 10 years ago. It shouldn't have happened, maybe. I don't know. One American is tortured or died because of this. I hope that the people who released this report are tried for treason. This is a betrayal of the nation. It can be handled behind closed doors. There are so many things that are covered up in Washington.
I'm going to be honest with you. I reject the description of what went on as torture because those guys left Gitmo with all their fingers, all their toes, all their teeth, all their limbs intact, and many of them are now gleefully killing Americans as we speak.
I understand that the people involved in the torturing did it necessarily in order to protect myself, my family, and everybody in this country.
We have to do everything to protect this country.
Are you worried about what it means, what it says about America's values?
Yeah, that means that Americans will do whatever it takes to protect their country, even if it relies on... I think we forgot we got attacked on 9/11.
Many people who are calling in and talking about torture know anything about it. People who choose to jump to their certain death on the concrete canyons of Manhattan as opposed to dying in a fuel pile of aviation fuel. That is torture.
Why do they have to betray so many countries and so many people who are doing nothing but trying to protect the United States? You don't like torture? Okay, tell the CIA, don't do any more torture. But don't expose the people who are trying to do the best for this nation and put them in danger.
Other people done wrong, take them to court. Otherwise, keep your mouth shut and protect your country.
For heaven's sake, you've already told the CIA not to do it anymore. Why do you have to damage the United States of America and its allies in this way? This is so stupid, I can't believe it.
And they don't really, we're trying to pamper the enemy, I think, in a lot of cases, and I'm not really too worried about pampering them. And if they're suspected of having terrorist activities, I'm all for it, no doubt about it.
Good morning. I hope these people who believe that torture is a good idea, I hope they realize they're disrespecting our soldiers, because our infantry soldiers on the front lines, as I was in Vietnam, this will authorize any of our future enemies to torture our soldiers. Now, these people that support torture, I guess they think that the draft will never come back and that their grandchildren will never have to serve this country.
Training. That's what does it. And training starts in the school each day in the good American way.
They don't mind putting their neighbors' kids, their underprivileged neighbors' kids, in danger of being tortured in the future because they think the draft will never come back.
All these people who call in saying torture is justified, I could take any one of them and torture them long enough and have them admit to anything, admit to killing JFK, to doing it, robbing the bank down the street. And that's just about how it goes.
The report itself will not be made public. It's about 6,000 pages, and it's going to stay classified. What's coming out today is the executive summary. It's about 500 pages.
This is something that's expected to be pretty highly redacted, correct?